Greetings, Tetris citizens. It is your old pal vandweller back with more classic Tetris Monthly Tap Masters for July 2025. You guys must be like way sick of me by now, but you know, we must soldier on. There is Tetris to be played, and I am here to present it to you. All right, Tap Masters, where are we? What are we doing? I don't even know. All right, let's look at our top 8 situations so you can see what the end goal is, okay? Was it earlier? No, it was earlier this morning. Blue Scooty won his way into the top 8. So this is what our top 8 looks like right now. We are lacking 2 people in the top 8. We've already got 2 people in our semifinals. That is Alex T and JDMFX on opposite sides of the bracket. So right now we're going to fill in that kind of missing blue spot to take on Koster. That is going to be one of Iball and Critical Lapis. So those two are going to play a best of 5 here in Tap Masters. The winner moves into that spot against Koster. And then those 2 people will play an immediate match to determine who goes to the semifinals out of the blue and purple bracket. Then after that, so it's 6:02, scheduled at 8 p.m. So scheduled at 2 hours from now, it is the pink, the bottom part of that. It's going to be Dog versus Trap Zone. That player will advance to the top 8, where they will play Blue Scooty at some point, but not tonight. Okay? That is what is going to happen. Okay? We all clear? You need 3 or 4 more. Do I need to repeat it 3 or 4 more times? Okay. So that is what is going to happen. If you want to look at the whole thing, there it is. Regard it. Enjoy it. Is that the right? That is not the right top 8. Why does that look like? No, it is. That is the right top 8. Okay, yeah. So that is what is going on. So there you go. Regard it, screenshot it, look at it. That is the current state of things. And by the end of tonight, we will have 3 of our semifinalists determined, and then we will know who will be playing for that last semifinal spot. So that's a lot of progress in one night. By the way, after that, we do have another another thing we're going to do, and that's going to be a Das Masters preliminary bracket. Curie versus Josh Tolles, winner versus Scotto. That's going to happen after all this Tap Masters nonsense tonight. Okay? There's way more Tetris, a lot more to do. Okay, let's take a look at our rules. There are rules, believe it or not. And the rules are that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris, released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions, whether electronical or mechanical. Biological turbo only. Level 18 starts all the way through, no line cap. So if you can play to and through level 39, you know, God bless you, give it a shot. We will be using same piece sets re-rolled in between each game of the match. Hertz and input displays, please turn them on, players. These are best of 5, so the first 3 wins is the winner of the match. Players, you should not receive any in-game advice. Nobody in your headphones or in your room telling you how you should play, about your opponent's board state, or anything like that. 1 mind per game. That is it. If you do experience technical issues like problems with OBS or your computer slowing down or internet issues, just keep playing. Assume your game will count. Do not pause, okay? Just keep playing until you hear from me. And I might say, keep on playing, we're going to keep going. Or I might say, go ahead and top out. I will make that judgment call. You don't have to. Your job is to play Tetris, not to adjudicate tech issues. Cool? Got it? All right. So the winners of this whole thing get absolutely nothing. No, they get absolutely something, and that is a share in a very generous prize pool. $1,430 is what is in there. We have exceeded our top 8 goals, so we will be paying the top 8 of this tournament. And yeah, that means like players right now that you're watching, they are playing to get into that prize pool. But we are not done. If you want to contribute to the prize pool and really cast a vote for more Tap Masters, use the Matcherino command to bring up the links for the prize pool. There should be one that says TM or Tap. Click on that one. It should take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Top right-hand corner where it says log in is where you log in. Once you're logged in, yeah, you can use that mustard-colored button that says contribute to contribute to the prize pool. Thanks to everybody who has contributed so far. Very, very generous. If you're watching after the fact, you can go to go.ctm.gg/tapprize to open up the Matcherino page for this tournament. Okay? That makes sense. So that is how to support the players. If you want to support the channel, yeah, don't do that. Things just last. If you don't support them, someone else will, right? You know, that's just how things work. I didn't support it, but everyone else will take care of it, and then things will just stay forever, because that is how life is. So no, that is not how life is, and you need to support the things that you want to continue if you can. So one way to do that is patreon.com/monthlytetris, where you can make an ongoing pledge of annual or monthly support to keep this channel going. We're running 4 tournaments right now, and I am streaming all day when I should, by rights, be at a normal job, but instead I'm streaming Tetris for you. So if you like it, go to patreon.com, make that pledge. Thank you to those of you who are doing that. You're seeing their names on the screen. Big shout to Scott Gray, Jay in the window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cackett, Mila, and Jason. There are other ways to support the channel. Use the ! support command in the chat. Find out some other ways. Platform-specific ways. YouTube, you've got bits. YouTube, you've got super chats, stickers, super thanks. You got super comments after the fact. You can become a channel member. You can gift a channel membership. Twitch, you got bits, various things you can do with bits. You got subscriptions. You can gift a subscription. You can use your Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming subscription as well. So thank you to everybody supporting the channel. Is that enough? You tired of me? Probably. Let me open up the game screen right here. And let me refresh both of our streams and hope, by God, that our players are here and streaming and ready to go. And by God, they're here and streaming and ready to go. Amazing. Can you imagine? All right, let me sort out this camera business. Canadians and their cameras are always a challenge. We're gonna let the players face away from their pieces today. We want like natural, organic presentation here. We don't need to pretend they're looking at their pieces, okay? We're just gonna, gonna take what we got. All right, good job. Looks like they're both warming up. Looks like they are both using their Hertz and input display. They both got cameras. And so, what else could I even ask for? What else could I ask for? A lot. I guess I ask a lot from you people. By the way, Twitch folks, I have changed my ad settings just to let you know. It is going to run automated ads. I put it at you know what it recommended? It recommended that I run 90-second ad every 18 minutes, and that seemed bonkers to me. So I put it at the minimum that I could while still maintaining the top revenue share. So it's going to be 90 seconds of ads every half hour. If I'd gone any lower than that, it would have reduced my revenue share from 55% to 30%. So hopefully this is a decent compromise, and I hope you all can forgive me for trying to keep this channel going. Okay, players, I'm going to go ahead and drop some pieces in the chat. Of course, you want to avoid those ads, you can subscribe to the channel. Okay? Pieces are coming in the chat. That music signals it's time to put the pieces in. 40F369. 40F369. That recommendation is like 7% of the time being ads. Okay. Try watching TV. Have you watched TV lately? It's pretty good. Plus, if you're subscribed, then Mr. Brain says it's like if the ads were going 60 miles per hour, but then suddenly the ads were going 90 miles per hour. No, it's in fact the exact opposite. It's like if they were going 60 miles an hour, now they're going 20 miles an hour. Okay, F0F369. F0F369. Those are the pieces, players, when you are ready. I really, I need to run them automatically because it's just one more thing for me to remember to do, and I always forget. And we need the channel to be self-sustaining. So I'm doing the best I can. Travis with the raid party at 28, giving me my viewers back. Thank you so much, Travis. Hope you enjoyed Travis' stream. Okay, looks like both players are on seed. Both players have signaled ready. So therefore, both players are about to start CTM Tap Masters July 2025 Top 16 out of the blue bracket in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Nope. Well, not bad. Well, the left side of your screen, person over there is Iball. And we're going to wait for that to happen. Do I just assume it's going to fix itself? I think I'm going to refresh it. I'm going to refresh it. Hopefully it starts moving. Okay, it is moving, so hopefully it's going to continue to move. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, we're going. If I have to refresh this a million times, I will do it. But it looks like we are caught up with one another. On the left side of your screen, it is Iball, who qualified into seed number 4 with a 1.239 average of his best 2 hyper tapping games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Iball qualified into that seed number 4, and in virtue of that, does not have to play because of how the buys that you can earn. In virtue of that, did not have to start playing until this round of 16. Oh, God. And that one little segment starting from line 27 just keeps playing over and over again. I'm going to refresh it one more time. Hope it comes back. Yeah. That's it. Okay. Players, go ahead and top out. Please, try refreshing. I should try. Oh, I already said top out, so I don't want to confuse the players, but I already did say top out. So we are going to top out. Iball, what the heck? Wasn't it fine until we started playing? So I have to believe it's not your internet. I have to believe it's your computer, right? Like it's taxing your computer too much. So I don't know if you want to change your palette resolution down to like 360p. Like you can put I don't care. We got to get it done. So if you want to put your output resolution to like 360p, that's fine. I don't think it's internet. Because it was fine until the game started. I don't think it's internet, Iball. I think it's system resources somehow. I could be wrong. The stream itself isn't lagging? No, you're not dropping frames or... What is your CPU usage on OBS? You got that little thing, it's a CPU at the bottom? Yeah, can you stop mining crypto for 5 seconds just to play Tetris? It says DJ Mr. Barrow, essentially. 12% CPU, that's pretty good. I mean, I'm at 16, so... You think it might be someone DDoSing you? How would they do that? Like when you're live, like they just know you're live playing Tetris, and do you think it's Joseph Saley doing this? Joseph, are you scared of Iball? I think Joseph Saley's doing it. He doesn't want to face you. I think that's it. Your stream lags too. Oh, that is true. Yeah, that's true. So it's someone else getting the both of you, maybe. What about it's sunny. You're at 30 FPS. Oh wait, were you at 60 FPS before? Holy crap. No, you weren't. 30 FPS, 720. You don't need 720, dude. You can go 480. You can go 480. It's just Tetris, and then it was 60 before? Oh, well, that's like the first thing to fix, honestly. All right. Internet is down, bro. Big red bar when I went live. It can't be a coincidence. Yeah, it's got to be that 5G. Oh no. You did your WPL qual and had no issues. Maybe it was Critical. Are you doing it? Maybe Critical's doing it. He looks so happy and innocent, but yeah, it's Critical. I knew it. I knew it. All right. Well, so you have no internet whatsoever. His Bill Gates branded microchip is interfering with his internet. It's still red. All right, you're gonna have to unplug and replug it. You're gonna have to unplug and replug it, man. Like unplug it, let it sit let it sit there for 30 seconds. Like, you know, the router. 30 seconds and then let it go. And then, put it back in, see what happens. Maybe do you have a VPN? Maybe, I don't know. Nobody's DDoSing you. Like what? All right, try again. I will try again. Do you think this is like QAnon, you think, Iball? Just QAnon trying to take you out? All right. Do Canadians know QAnon? I don't think so. Ruby Ultimate Gaming says, love the Eric Dolphy shirt Critical. You think the deep state is coming after you? Oh, wait, you're QAnon. Got it. Oh, man. Well, I knew these conspiracists are latching on to our young men. Poor Iball. Okay. Hopefully good to go. Can you play a test game? Just play a test game for like till just like 20 lines in. If the stream dies on 18 again, the radical left has got me. It says Eyeball. Just play 20 lines. I want to see you play 20 lines without interruption. Do you think you can get 20 lines into 29? Need to gamble. All right, that's fine. That's fine. The left-wellers are trying to silence Eyeball? Oh my goodness. Left-wellers versus right-wellers? All right, that's fine. Let's do it. Here are the pieces. These are the pieces. ABF894. What about the alt-right wellers? Oh, God, no. Okay, the pieces are here. The pin ABF894. ABF894. If it starts again, like if it starts again when we start, maybe I will start to believe the conspiracy theories. All right, Critical ABF894. I'm going to refresh Critical just to, what are you, seed 13? Just to make sure we're okay. Flat wellers. Oh, crap. All right, looks like both players are ready. Yeah, CTM Tapmasters. All right, CTM Tapmasters blue bracket Iball versus Critical. Let us get what? You think you what? What the heck? Can you like tether to your phone? Maybe we can do, if you want to do like CTL style, I guess. If you have a stencil link maybe, and then we could do oh yeah, use a VPN. Do you have a VPN? Or phone hotspot? Or no? You know, yeah, if you don't know, you do, then you don't. Use code CTM for Surfshark. You'll try the phone hotspot. Yeah, in that case, like get it down to 480, dude. 480 is fine for your holy mackerel. I mean, I don't believe he's being DDoS'd, but it is weird. Who would be doing that? You have any enemies in the SMB world or something? I don't even know what that is. I'm not going to say that out loud because I don't know what it is. You won't move up until Iball gives you the win or you beat Iball. I don't know what that is. Can I say that out loud? Is that a thing? I'm going to look that up. I don't know what it is. Maybe we don't announce it. What if we don't announce it? What if we just do it in Discord? Oh, there's a guy named Clack J and he didn't like a video you made. No, we're not. We're going to play this. We are here to play Tetris, not to award Tetris wins to people. Like, we're here to play. So we'll figure out how to play this. Just do it in Discord. I don't even know how. Can I stream OBS to Discord? But Clack J, if this is you, like, meet me outside. Are we sure? Oh my god. Curie, what the heck? Why are they feuding? Are they beefing? Oh, whoops, sorry. I was just refreshing that, but da-da-da-da. You're on the hotspot now. Okay. Okay, I should refresh. I'm going to refresh. Hold on. Surely no one can hack a phone. Gonna have to use a different camera angle if that's chill. That is chill. Can we get your face in there though? Is that possible? Can we get your... I don't care about your controller. Can we get your face in there or no? All right, good. Nobody wants to look at your dumb hands. Here, let's turn you around. Otherwise it looks really dumb. I think this is just like his manipulating me so he don't have to show his hand so he can cheat. That's what I think it is. Like the whole thing is a psyop. All right, it looks like it's working, so let's just do what we can. Use that seed, all right? Use that seed, ABF894. ABF894. All right, should we gamble? Is this stream gonna die after a countdown? All right, AVF894. Let's go ahead and get him started if we can. Iball versus Critical Lapis. Blue bracket, CTM Tap Masters top 16. The winner goes to the top 8 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. There might be a little bit of a delay because one of our players is on hotspot. Tired RL says maybe Iball is faking because he's scared of Critical. You know, it's possible. We have Tetris is happening. This is great. This is like the best your stream has ever been, Iball. It's probably costing you like 79 cents a minute, but you'll make it back. You just got to be Critical. You'll make it back. All right, this is game one. On the left side of your screen, it is Iball, seed number 4, qualified in with a 1.239 million average of his best 2 hyper tapping games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Iball has a tapping PB of 1.26. Is that right? 1.26, and yet you had a 1.239 average? That can't be right. I don't know. But anyway, Iball was ranked number 6th in the Premier poll heading into this tournament, which is a July tournament. So we're going to use July rankings for the purpose of this tournament. Iball has played in the Masters event many, many times, has been in the finals 1 time, semifinals 2 times. That finals happened in May of 2025, basically in the run-up to CTWC. Iball's been in Mega Masters 3 times and has finished in as high as the top 16, did that in 2024. Former Challenger Circuit winner and Futures Circuit winner 3 times in CTWC Gold, and was in the top 4, sorry for the spoilers, in the top 4 this year. Iball, you've seen him at the Montreal Regional last year, was the runner-up, and played in the WPL Ohio Regional just what was it, like this weekend? Is that what it was? This past weekend? There you go, Iball. On the right side of your screen, Critical app is $235 for Critical, $199 for Iball. Critical qualified into seed number 13 with a 1.177 and has a tapping PB of 1.30. Critical defeated Chiller in round 2 to make it here into the round of 16. Let me mess around with this camera a little bit. There you go. Critical has been in our Masters events 4 times and has gotten into round 1 starting from... I've gotten into round 2 starting from round 1. Did that back in February. Critical won a community tournament back in April, and you may have seen Critical play in the Boston and Philly regionals this year as well. 364 for Iball, 382 for Critical. It was a very difficult match to get underway due to all the conspiracies and happening, but I think we've overcome them. 410 Iball, 430 for Critical. Tetris Iball, 432, 453 for Critical. Critical basically 4 lines ahead and about 1 Tetris ahead. So it's pretty much neck and neck at this point. So this is a hyper tapping tournament. Players will be obeying or heeding the spirit of tap for the purposes of this tournament, and probably any future tournaments that we do that are hyper tapping specific. Hyper tapping is defined as a single finger attack that directly addresses the directional pad, but you can get help from 1 extra finger 1 time per piece movement. So a hyper quick tap at the end, or you can start your piece movement with it and then transition over to your primary finger, or you can throw it in the middle. 468 for Iball, 547 for Critical. There was a dirty for Iball, 491, 570 for Critical. Good big lead all of a sudden, about 80,000, just a little under 80,000 for Critical right now. Tetris Critical 598 into 19, pretty healthy transition. You can see Critical app is a table tapper. I think Iball holding the controller in his hands in some way. Normally we like hands on screen, but let's just get this done. So, man, the travails we have had trying to get this bracket underway. Tetris Iball 559, 685 for Critical. Critical going to take a triple. Iball flinging long bars over to the left side, which effectively shortens the field by 1 column. So you can kind of be like, all right, if you're a little iffy on those 5 taps, then trying to get those bars over to columns 1 and 2 can be a good way to just kind of shorten the play field. Meaning you don't have to do quite as many 5 taps. Tetris for Iball, 694, 779 for Critical. Tetris in chat says, I just snapped a big wooden spoon by accident. Oh man, hope you're okay. Is it just like from rage, or like how do you snap a big wooden spoon? You're just like mixing really hard or what? 90,000 point lead for Critical. There's also a head in lines, though. So it's a little bit closer than that would indicate. Shoving it in the ketchup bottle, says Travis. Really? Like, ketchup is to Tyler as Parmesan is to Alex T. It's like the one thing that people know, so they just like bring it up as like that's their stock joke, right? I mean, I'm the same. Oh, Critical in trouble. So can he survive this? He's got 975 on 26, and that is going to be a top out. So Critical with the top out, 976. The target for Iball is going to be 977, akin to Vandy and chicken sandwiches. Yeah. Tyler's ketchup for my chicken sandwiches. Alex T's Parmesan. Exactly. So the Chasedown target, 977 for Iball. He's open on the right side, but oh no! Iball gets a long bar over 965. And oh my goodness, he's gonna get it. He gets it. Oh my word. What the heck? Into 29 with a crappy board right at the end. Overtakes Critical in game number one. My hearts are not working on this scene, so I got to do them manually, which I forgot to fix. But here we go. Iball with the one. You forgot Iball was 79.2 hertz? Right. Okay. Let us go ahead and get you all some new pieces. (637F63) Is tapping fast genetics? Yeah, probably partially. For example, well, I don't know. Yeah, probably. Partially. I don't know. I'm not a how would I know? Why am I even saying that? 637F. How do I know? Tetris says it can be trained. All right, good. It's game number 2. Iball is up 1-0. Flexing. Okay, let's let's get it started. Game number 2. Iball up 1-0. 3-1 Tetris. Has anyone played Caveman Games? I was Tap Master back in 1992 playing that. What sounds familiar? Is that NES or what is that? Caveman Games. That sounds very familiar. NES and Game Boy. All right, Caveman Games. Isn't it weird? No, like somebody should have come out with reindeer games, like a reindeer Olympics, like Christmas themed Olympics where reindeer compete in various events. Why has no one come out with reindeer games? You think that would have been like obvious? Like they make IP out of anything. Where is that? All right, Iball 75,000 Critical and Iball both Tetrising. 20,000 point lead for Critical right now, early on here in game number 2. Maybe someone has made it. Should I look it up? I know. Isn't it a movie though? Now that I think about it, Reindeer Games is a 2000 American action thriller film directed by John Frankenheimer. It was his final feature. That's the guy who did Manchurian Candidate. Iball 213, 211, Critical. But I don't think it's a game. It's a movie with Ben Affleck. Yeah, I don't think it's a game. So if anybody wants to go out there and make a game, Christmas themed Olympic events. Oh, Critical kind of with the adjust and then the readjust back or something. I'm not sure, but piece went back and forth. 261 Critical. There's a Tetris Iball. 263. Like Rudolph could be final boss in that game, right? Because they wouldn't. Yeah, Mr. Brain has a good point. They wouldn't let him play it, but he could be like the final boss. Like you have to beat Rudolph at the end. 316 Critical. This is the dumbest thing I've ever said on stream ever in my entire life. So my apologies to everyone listening. 335 for Iball. 339 for Critical. Do kids still sing Rudolph's song with all the added lyrics? What do you mean? Like all the nasty lyrics? Or what do you mean all the added lyrics? There's added lyrics? Like Monopoly. Oh, God. No. I don't think anyone's singing Rudolph the Red. Who's singing it? I've never... I can't remember the last time I heard a child singing in earnest some song that wasn't from a Disney movie. $435 Critical, $429 Iball. Ooh, Iball with that last moment, kind of stand up at that Z to tuck that J in. Pretty nifty. Branches says, hello, YouTube. Well, hello to you. I guess, am I YouTube? I don't think I'm YouTube. But hello, YouTube. This is literally Iball's best stream from a technical standpoint ever. So maybe you just need to like stream from your hotspot. 545 Iball, 530 for Critical. So players, pretty reasonable paces here. $637 transition for Iball. That is fairly legitimate. All right, triple N at Tetris Critical. He's at 590. Right now, back by about 70,000 points. Oh, yeah, that's right. Robin laid an egg. Stupid. Batmobile lost a wheel. Oh, he's dumb. So clever. Tetris Critical 646. There's one Iball 740. All right, Branches and their partner follow Tetris. It's their sport, and they follow it together. Look at that. Who needs any other sport? Tetris for Critical 682, 795. Iball. Chen, I don't think you know me well at all. Dirty Tetris, what the heck? Iball, are you serious? $833 Iball, $691 Critical, who's set up in the center well. Skimming a Tetris, Iball, $866 on 24. Eight-Bit Lord says Skibbity Tetris. What do you mean? 900,000 for Iball, 741 Critical. I don't know why people always say Skibbity Tetris. They just randomly say Skibbity Tetris in chat. I don't get it. All right, Iball with a Tetris A27, 837 for Critical. So Iball ahead, 190,000 points. Watermelon Cowboy says rooting for Critical as a result of his Eric Dolphy shirt. Yeah, I guess some Jazz fans in the chat. Oh, Critical gonna miss with that J piece. That's gonna slow him down a bit. Iball with the 1.1. Tetris Iball B43. This is pretty good. 1.1. So Iball into 29, B81, and that is going to be a top out, and Critical is topping out as well. So Iball going to go up 2 games to none. Tio says, do you actually not notice the connection with what you're saying in commentary? Or are you making a joke each time you say you don't know what's happening? I don't have any idea what you're talking about, Tio. Sorry, I don't understand. All right, new pieces. CD0236. CD0236. Evesy says, Vandy, why did you remove the genuine vandweller compliment reward? I'm just, it's on cooldown for a while. It's on cooldown. It'll come back. Don't worry. It'll come back. If you're saving for it, it'll come back. I promise. CD0236. CD0236. You were saving up for that? Well, this is the problem. Like, anyway, it looks like both players are ready. Let's go ahead and get them started. Iball up 2 games to none. Did something happen? No. All right, game number 3. Critical needs to win this one to stay in the tournament. But no, it'll come back. I'm just kind of. You keep saving for it. It'll come back. I kind of don't feel like complimenting anyone at the moment. Just at this for summer. I don't want to compliment anyone in the summer, I think is what it is. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. I think it was just like right after Cole did it. I think, oh, there's a Vitz for Iball. After Cole did it, I think other people were just going to like do it just so I had to keep doing them over and over again in the same stream. and I just didn't want to. They're kind of exhausting, actually. So I just wanted to cool down from it, and I just didn't turn it back on. That's all. $140 for Iball, 78,000 for Critical. Because I really try to make it a real compliment. There's no cynicism, no, I don't want to meme on the person. They are redeeming a real compliment. So I try really hard to like dig in and think about that person. But it's also tough to do it in a tournament, especially near the finals, maybe early rounds. But during the finals, I don't want to do it. I want to focus on the finals. But right now we're deep into everything. Or deep into two things and early in one thing. So I'll open it back up as we finish off Tap Masters and the other one. Iball 235, 117 for Critical, and that is just not the way Critical wanted to go out. But it is the way he went out. And Critical, you did great. Defeated Chiller in round 2. And not easy. Hope to see you in future events. And Iball, we will be seeing in future events because Iball is about to play Koster. So it does have to be a deep, genuine compliment. I try really hard to think about that person. Now, sometimes people are like, gotta redeem it. And I'm like, I don't know anything about him. I'm like, oh no, crap. All right, Critical, GGCU. Congrats on making it here to the top 16. Run into a tough customer like Iball, not easy. But again, hope to see you in future events. Iball, you will be playing Koster right now. Literally right now. And now you're frozen. You are now frozen. Which is not an auspicious thing. All right, Critical. Bye-bye. GG's again. And you're trying to go back to normal. Why? Why are you trying to go back? This was great. This worked. This totally worked. Why even try? Yeah, and don't say it out loud. Yeah, exactly, 8-Bit Lord. They're gonna know to they're gonna know to hit you again. Oh, see, he's toast. Hold on. Let me refresh it. Ready? Here, we'll refresh and see what he's done. Saving money? Do you have to pay for all that stuff here? All right. Let's get this sorted. We'll see if this works. All right, do a warm-up game, okay? I don't believe it's going to work. I just don't believe it's going to work. Koster, you keep playing because I got to fix stencil for you. All right. That's good enough. What are we talking about? Arm wrestling? Chat, who do you think will win in an arm wrestling? Don't arm wrestle. I've seen videos that upset you, like people's tendon snapping or something, or their wrist breaking off. Or just how big the arms are. Like, everybody with like one big arm. It's upsetting. All right. You know what I don't like? What I don't like is those like slap fights or whatever that is. That there's a whole sport of just slapping each other. Y'all seen that? That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It's so brutal and stupid. Oh, I hate that so much. I hate that. Yeah, Iball. Toast. It's banned now? Well, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Iball, it's not good. You're back? All right. Well, you tried. E for effort. Yeah, I don't know if it should be banned in the sense that people are willing participants, but it is pretty brutal. And I hope it, you know, I would hope it loses in the marketplace of entertainment. All right, players, I'm going to go ahead and drop you some pieces in the chat. Vandy, how much would I hate my life if I moved from Oregon to North Carolina for a job? I don't know. North Carolina seems beautiful. There's a lot to do. Outdoorsy. I don't know. I can't say. Depends on. I mean, if it's for a job and the job is worth it, you can make a life pretty much anywhere in the U.S. So, for the most part. Seed is in the chat. It's like 3 lines above you, but DC59C1. Yeah, it's same thing with boxing, and honestly, football's like, I know they're trying in football because it is a fun sport to watch if you just kind of, but they're trying. No worries, you're good. All right, looks like we got 2 players who are on the same seed, and we got them both signaling ready. So it looks like we should be ready to go. It's a top 8, not a top 16. There it is. Let's get both of these players underway. Iball versus Koster. Top 8. The winner goes to the semifinals in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. On the left side, we've got Iball, who defeated Crytical Lapis in the round of 16 to get here to this top 8. Iball, the number 4 seed in this tournament, qualified in with 1.23 million. Iball, a known Canadian. So if you're making lists of Canadians, there's one to add to your list. Iball ranked number 6th in the premier poll, the one heading into this July tournament. Rated 6th in the open poll. You can find the full results over at premierpoll.com. It is actually currently July, but when this tournament started, it was number 6, and I'm not going back and changing all that stuff, so number 6 will have to do. Iball has played in the Masters event a bunch of times, finished in second place for the first time, got as far as second place for the first time in May of this year, has also finished in the semis a couple times. He's played 3 times in Mega Masters, winner of a Challenger circuit and a Futures circuit. 3-time CTWC Gold Bracket player, finished in the top 4 this year, made it to the semis. Also the winner of the Montreal Regional, the runner-up in the Montreal Regional last year, also played just this past weekend, I think, in the WPL Ohio, Columbus, whatever it is, Regional. Iball, known maybe most famously as a Super Mario Brothers speedrunner, and has the second highest time, the best time, second best time, let's say, in SMB lost levels, any percent, behind, of course, Nifsky, who is, of course, one of the greats. So, Iball, almost one of the greats. 210 for Iball, 209 for Koster. On the right side of your screen, Koster, who defeated Eric ICX in the top 16 to get here to the top 8. That seemed like a century ago when that actually happened. 283 for Koster, 301 for Iball. Koster qualified in with a 1.23 million. Has a tap PB of 1.37 million. He's played in the monthly Masters event 2 times in the past and went out to dog playing Tetris both times, as one does. Also played in Mega Masters twice. That was in 2023 and 2024. Won a Challenger circuit back in November of 2022. 3-time CTWC Gold Bracket player 2022 through 24. Also played in the WPL Regional, but in 2023 and 2024. Don't know if he was there this year, but I didn't see it. 394 Iball, 379 Koster. All right, long bars over. Tetris is 440 Iball, 425 Koster. The winner of this will move into the semifinals of this event in virtue of getting into the top 8. And in virtue of our meeting our prize pool contribution goals, both of them are in the money. Ravioli says, Yo, Vandy, I just got my first ever kill screen. Congratulations, Ravioli. It's a big accomplishment. For real, so GG's. 473 Koster, 508 for Iball. Tetris Koster. And the winner of this match, as I said, goes to the semis and will face Alex T in the semis, which would scare me, but probably doesn't scare these guys. I mean, they're, real competitors here. 577 for Iball. 524 Koster. Shinobi says, Ohio sounds skibbity. I don't know what you mean by that. What does that mean? 602 Iball. 554 Koster. Tetris for Iball, but he's got a hole in the stack left side. What's he going to do? Yeah, he's just going to clear it all away. Long bar. Oh, covers. Probably didn't need to cover, but It's much easier to play when you can watch and don't actually have to do the things. You can just like look at what people are doing and say, I should have done that. You know. 655 for Iball into 19. He's just resting pieces there over to the left side. 632 for Koster. He's on level 20. When is the match with Dog playing Tetris? It is going to be after this one. And L is also in it, who you may know as Trap Zone. $710 Koster, $759 Iball, level 21. So probably not going to be much of a break in between these two because of all the technical issues that somebody caused. And by somebody, of course, I mean the radical left, right? Iball. There you go. 874 for Iball. 826 for Koster. Tetris Iball 930 for 858 Koster. Koster going to get a long bar over to the left side. That's going to be a triple. Uncovers. Long bar to the right. Tetris. Koster 899. Oh, Watermelon Cowboy. Maybe. If I did, I would not. I would not. Nobody in Tetris would know about it. It's not worth it. Oh, left side for Iball is a problem. He's got to max out, and that is going to be it. And Koster is good in game number 2. Or game number 1. Game number 1, not game number 2. Game number 1. What am I thinking? We've already played a million games, so I feel like it's like I don't even know what game it is anymore. Game number 1. So Koster, you are good. You can mullen it out, no problem. Go ahead, do it. Mullen it out. Wow. 1.2. Level 30. Oh my God. If this had happened in 2018, Koster, you'd be a total god, but it's 2025, so everybody doesn't know. Great game for Koster, 1.2. Iball with the max out on 25. It was on that pace as well, so pretty high-paced games for both these players. Gonna go ahead and drop new pieces in the chat. 901F85. 901F85. I've you know, that brushed aluminum, is it brushed? I don't know, whatever this aluminum, milled aluminum controller shell I have. You know, you leave it on the desk for a while and it gets super cold, or at least cold to the touch anyway. I love it. Like, pick it up, hands are a little warm, just pick up that controller. It's awesome. 901F85. Both players on seed, both players ready. Game number 2, Koster up 1-0. Iball looking to tie it up. I should try to roll with this thing. It is kind of satisfying to roll with this. You hear me rolling? It's not bad. Oh, I might be able to do that. Holy moly. Guys, I might have to take up rolling. What the heck? All right. Koster with a couple Tetrises. Iball going to get his first. CTWC wouldn't let me play. I know. For real. Vandy can roll? I mean, no. Like, I can do the thing where you go brr, brr on the back, but in terms of, like, playing Tetris with, like, thumb on the D-pad and the same hand controlling the rotation, it's, like, impossible. It's not impossible, but it's just so much practice, and I don't, you know, if I'm going to get my max out, I'm going to get it the old-fashioned way. You know, spending 10 years to get it. Rolling easier on the heavy controller, though. What I think in some aspects it is, because it kind of falls back to its original position easier. It's like more stable, but anchoring, I bet it would be a lot harder on your fingers. That would be my guess. I don't know. Let me see. Is it hard? I'm doing it right now. 190 here for Koster, 152 for Iball. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't seem that it's that much heavier. I don't know. I just can't play. I just don't know how you're supposed to play and control your rotation. It just doesn't make sense, guys. 221 for Iball, 258 Koster. Another Tetris, Koster, Iball. Kind of a jaggedy board. Oh, Iball setting up the Vits. Fills in the Vits with the bar. Needs one more bar for the Tetris. He's waiting, building, hoping. Oh. This is tough. Getting droughted right. Kind of at the wrong time. Gets that J to the left. Opens up again. All right, taking the double and the Tetris. Iball back down to safety. Koster gets one over as well. 332. Koster, 318. Iball. Koster gets another one. So when the lines are tied, Koster ahead by 36,000. Tetris and a half. Yeah, somebody who's good at rolling needs to test this out. Like maybe tape some heavy washers to their controller or like some fishing weights or something. And like see if weight will help. Imagine heading to CTWC with like they start weighing controllers. I think that's what we did to cheat in the Pinewood Derby. Boy Scouts. I don't know if it was cheating or not, but Tetris for Koster, 470, 414 for Iball. But there's probably something there, something to do with how the weight is distributed in the controller. You did win the Pinewood Derby, Tetris did. I did too. I won the Pinewood Derby. I could mail it to a roller for a bit. Maybe. I want to play with it, though. I don't want to... Oh, Iball. Look at that with the pullback and the tuck setup. Nice. 492 Iball. 566 Koster. But controller-wise, I think we should, you know... embrace some innovations and experimentations as long as you're within basically the same form factor. You know, maybe within, 7 to 10% or whatever of the same dimensions. And, different materials, different weights, different button types. That should all be allowed. $5.98 for Iball, $6.19 for Koster. You should cork your controller. I mean, if you want there long term to be like a competitive NES Tetris scene, then you got to make it possible for there to be like an economy in it, and therefore you need like equipment, you need new equipment, you need manufacturers of equipment, find ways to innovate. Because if you're just gonna like ban all that stuff just because whatever Hyperkin, that doesn't make sense to me. That's not in the long-term interest of Tetris scene, in my opinion, for whatever my opinion is worth. $6.67 Iball, $7.30 for Koster. Like, imagine if baseball, baseball existed, there was only one bat. $7.55 Iball, $7.75 for Koster. Oh, there's only one glove you can get, guys. That's it. Only one baseball glove. It's the only one. All right, nice little setup for a T-spin. Koster gets it, 807. There's the Tetris Koster, 838. 845, Iball now in the lead. Now, yeah, Iball with that real-time score lead, but Koster, now when the lines are tied, Koster is ahead. So yeah, right now when the lines are tied, if they keep up with each other Tetris-wise, Koster is ahead. Koster with the first one to max, A03. Iball gets one, A14. All right, nice burn there for Koster. Iball's board getting tough here. Koster at A42, A28 for Iball. Long bar over Tetris Iball. He's going to get set up again and get another one. A99. Iball into 29, B04. Koster, Tetris is A87. He's going to try to set up for another one before he hits 29 and gets it. B24. Koster in the lead into 29. Iball still fighting. Koster spiring, still has the lead by like 13,000, 14,000. Can Iball eke out anything? Koster tops out a B36, and Iball, no, is going to top out a B25. So players were just kind of getting any last points they could post 29, really singling really the entire time. And it just wasn't enough on Iball's side. It just really bad boards. And all they could do is just try to, eke out single after single. Koster does enough to stay ahead and go up 2 games to none over Iball. Oh, GG's. Good game. Yeah, really close. 1.10, 30 and 31. Shake says, I definitely think a lighter, more flexible controller is more advantageous for rolling in most scenarios. Yeah, I mean, probably, but Be nice if there were experimentation sort of allowed within. I mean, you could do it in CTM, but problem is if you get used to a certain configuration, then it's CTWC time, and then you got to adjust, right? So it's kind of hurting the whole scene to have these rigid controller rules, even if it's in the same form factor. I don't see what the problem is, you know. 42C282. All right, both players are ready. Both flexing, all right? They're both flex. They have a flex off. I don't think either one of you are winning due to flex off. All right, let's get started. Game number 3. Koster up 2-0. It's a tie. We'll call it a tie. 3's2 says, I remove 1 screw from my controller. Oh my God, you are so banned at CTWC. They are going to check for all screws must be in place. All right, both players starting off not ideal, but Iball at least keeping his right side open most of the time here. Oh, that overshift of the Z. Okay, but Iball still alive, still fighting the stack down. Koster now back down to a safe height. And no one is Tetrised yet. Koster is set up. Iball uncovering the right side now, you know, low enough board. Iball will get the first Tetris. He's like way ahead in lines early on. And Koster gets one too. 46,000 Koster, 47 Iball. I got to say, I'm really enjoying Tap Masters. You know, you get to see kind of players who, both players with whom you're already familiar, but in a new light, in, you know, under a certain new kind of paradigm, and then players who maybe you don't get to see as much have the opportunity to show off what they can do with their best play style when, you know, the playing field is leveled. So, got to admit, I'm really liking it. 119 for Iball, 161 for Koster. Mr. Burrow says your controller must heed the spirit of NES controller. There, I solved the rule. Well, that can be our rule. All right, I'm gonna make a spirit of NES controller. That's our rule, but that's not everybody else's rule. And the problem is, you know, big live championship, if they, you know, a lot of times their rule is gonna kind of swamp the other rules because you don't want to get used to playing with a controller that isn't legal in one of the biggest tournaments, you know. That's tough. 215 for Iball, 208 for Koster. Is keyboard spirit of NES controller? Keyboard is spirit of inclusion. Because we want people to, above all, to play NES Tetris. And if that's all they can use, or if that works for them, then let's get them playing, right? And I think maybe, you know, there's a great video, by the way, on keyboard, not in NES, but in Super Mario speedrunning. Somebody made a video about whether keyboard confers an advantage. And it makes some great points that I think are relevant to the NES Tetris crowd, and I recommend looking it up. And it was made by Iball. So go on YouTube. Yeah, look up Iball keyboard, IBALL keyboard, SMB, and you might find it. Watermelon Cowboy says, LOL, CTWC will ban keyboard because it's DEI. Keyboard is DEI. Oh no. We're gonna get oh no. 381 for Iball. 439 for Koster. Steel says, not the woke keyboard mob. Oh my goodness. The world is a funny place. 427 for Iball. 485 for Koster. I gotta hold it together because it's really funny. I am. What's up, Kingsman? I almost called you Keyboard. What's up, Keyboard 36? How's it going, King? Tetris for Iball, 485.19 for Koster. So Iball into 19 at 504. Koster. All right, getting some pieces here. I'm just going to take the skim. Set up kind of high here, though. Could really use a bar, and gets one over. Koster 569 and another one 595. Black Tooth says, Kingsman 36, is that you? I remember you from the chat rooms. Uh-oh. Kingsman, what chat rooms were you in? 635 Iball, 677 for Koster. No, I believe you, Black Tooth. Don't try to backpedal. All right, Iball needs to uncover, and man, no great place for a square there. Creates another hole. Long bar over Tetris Iball. He's going to bring the stack down. 668, 713 for Koster. The Ocarina of Time chat rooms. All right. I believe you. I don't believe you, but 770 Koster. He's ahead by almost 100,000 points. Line's pretty close. Koster, good board. Remember, the winner of this goes to the semifinals. So those are really the two players, in the semifinals right now. You're playing to play either against Alex T or Joseph Saley, which is totally crazy either way. Tetris for Iball starting to spire a little bit. Oh man, he's gonna have to make other plans for the next S piece. Okay, that bar is going to help out a lot for Iball. 740. Koster, though, at 905. Over 160,000 points ahead with 25 lines to go until 29. Max out for Koster. He's on 27. 847 for Iball. He's on 28. And he is about 190,000 points behind. So whatever happens here, it's going to have to happen on 29 if Iball wants a shot. Tetris for Iball. He's into 29 at 921. Koster with the 1.1. Still on 28. Iball just needs to stay alive and keep adding points. Whatever he does. And kind of all in on a bar here. The bar is not coming. And that is going to be a top out for Iball. And Koster is good and is going to take this one in a sweep. And Koster is your blue and purple bracket winner and will be moving on to the semifinals. let us go ahead and let me give me one moment here. Let me go ahead and report this. We'll show you the bracket. Congratulations, Koster. You did amazing. Iball, you did great. You played well. You played your heart out, but it was not enough. Koster just, coming out. A tap tournament? Yep, I'll play. And then, boom, in the semifinals. So let me go ahead and report. Iball versus Critical Lapis was what? Was it 3-1? Is that what it was? Can someone remind me? Because I didn't report that one. By the way, Koster, you've got this young Jeremy Renner thing going on, just to let you know. All right. Anyway, yeah, what was the Iball versus Critical Lapis? Was it was 3-0? Got it. And then 3-0 here. So, sweep and get swept. So GG's Iball. Thanks for sorting through those tech issues. Really appreciate everybody's patience here as we try to get this done. There you go. I guess you won the flex off. So let me just report this. We'll show you the bracket, how everything's shaping up. Okay, here it is. Let me just hit refresh and it should work here. All right, this is huge. Alex T versus Koster. That is a crazy matchup. Very excited for that one. And I don't even think we've seen Koster in his final form in that, in the previous two matches that he's played. And Alex T is somebody who can push Koster, and Koster, I think, can push Alex T. So that's going to be a huge matchup, guys. I think you are not going to want to miss that one. Okay, in a few minutes, we're going to take a break. I am going to stop streaming and then come back. But in a few minutes, you are going to see, where is it? Yeah, round of 16, Dog Playing Tetris versus Trap Zone. The winner of that will advance to that blue Scooty match in the bottom. That match, the Scooty match versus the winner, that's not happening tonight, but that will round out our top 8. And so you can get a sense of what is happening here. Okay, want to thank everybody who supported the stream. We'll let this loop back around. And thanks for the raids, Travis. And that was it. That's all the support we got this stream. So thank you for raiding me back, my own viewers, Travis, everybody who supported. Thank you so much. Prize pool, it's right where it was. No problem, though. That's a good amount. Thanks to everybody so far who's contributed. Really appreciate that. Patrons, thank you for keeping this channel going. I love doing this. I love doing this and hanging out with y'all. And plus, I just love the work of doing this for you and the opportunity to bring all this cool stuff to you all. And so thank you all for contributing and supporting the channel. Big shout to Scott Gray, Janie Window, K9 Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy, and Kim Emerald, Potato Cacket, Mila, Jason for your extra high level of support. Thank you very, very much. All right, coming up, what have we done? We're done. This is the checklist today. We're getting down the this was where we started. Where was it? This is where we started. We got this done. We got this done. We got this done. We got this done. So we got 2 more. We're getting down the list. All right, YouTube. Have a great one. See you in a bit. I'm going to go eat some baked low-carb ziti. Bye. Twitch will raid you off somewhere. Make sure to join us back in about 22 minutes, something like that. What is going on outside? That was absolutely nuts. Or hopefully that's not downstairs. What the heck? Somebody just screaming. Who is playing Tetris right now? Anybody? That's some people. I don't know this person. Should I raid somebody I don't know? Well, Critical looks to be qualifying for something, so maybe I'm not going to bother them. Also, Jay is streaming something bronze. I'll raid Jay. We'll raid Jay. I'm gonna hang out with Jay. Best of 99 coming out. All right. All right. You think so? Okay. I already said Jay. I'm gonna raid Jay. I don't want to. No take backsies. Big announcement coming up later. What's the Kingsman? Whisper me the announcement because I'm not going to be able to watch. Okay. DM me the announcement on Discord. I want to know what it is. All right. Thank you. All right. Take care, everybody. See you in about 20 minutes. Bye-bye.